Okay, a little bit of bonus footage here. We have this other Subaru WRX in for a diamond. We just completed the wash process and the drying of the Outback. We're going to get to that in a moment. But this came in and we needed to get this one done. So we washed the outside, of course, and deconned it. Just finished the interior. Now, we didn't really film anything on this vehicle except what I'm going to show you now, because I'm using this new to us detail spray. So it's an ultra shine detail spray. It's basically like Stoner's trim shine. The Subaru here doesn't have a ton of trim like the Outback does, but let's use it on the cowl and some of the front grille pieces. So because of some of the overspray, of course, we're doing this before we do any protection on the paint, because it's going to cause some overspray and some residue on the paint. But basically we spray it on, and if we need to work it into the plastic with a little applicator, then we can do that as well. But it works just like Stoner's trim shine, so it seems less greasy. Oh, interesting. Interesting. All right. Well, that's pretty cool. So it's a little less greasy than the Stoner's trim shine. So that's a good sign. That's a good shine. I had no idea the headlights were going to come out that good. Just goes to show you, you really don't know until you start working on it. And I mean, I just used 2500 grit, and it wasn't, you know, perfect technique. When it comes to headlights, you really don't have to worry. Just go in straight lines and don't cross hatch necessarily. Even though for headlights with this curviness, sometimes you do have to go in different directions, but it doesn't matter. Overall, check that out. That just improves the look of the vehicle so much. Now, as we look at this paint, we've got a lot of issues going on. We got dents, like hail dent. We have pock marks from sap and bird etchings. The roof is really bad. It actually has so many marks that, you know, things like this, it's etching, it's chips, it's all sorts of abrasions and stuff in the paint. So I've showed in different videos where when the paint is really bad and we're going to polish it and ceramic coat it and the customer is spending a lot of money on it, do we really want to polish as best as we can, but ceramic coat over defects like that? Well, here's the thing. We communicate well with the customer. As we're washing it and inspecting it, I called him and I explained the situation, and he decided to go along with it anyway. I offered to do a cheaper coating because I know those defects aren't going to come out, but he was happy with our work before. We coated 2 of his other vehicles and did a platinum service on one of his other vehicles. So we've already detailed 3 of his vehicles. He's seen our work, and he decided to go ahead with the 3 to 5 year coating on this. So we're using Crystal Serum Light, and just to continue as planned. But you know, that's just the way it is. So those marks are going to stay. We're going to coat over them. We're protecting the rest of the paint. It's going to make it easier to clean and maintain. This is not a show car. This is a 2012 Subaru Outback. It's up to the customer if they want to spend that money or not. It's not for me to decide for them, but I am going to inform them of all the defects and manage their expectations. I asked them, you know, were you expecting perfection, or with all those defects in there, are you happy if we just coat over them because they're not going to go away? And he said yes. So if that's the case, then we're good with that. So wifey here just polished this entire side. Yeah, as I did the headlights. So when we look at the paint, she just polished this paint here. Let's see if we can focus in on like a dent or something and try to focus the paint. There we go. So not a ton of swirls that we're seeing. The paint, like over here, looks kind of hazy with a little bit of swirls. And then we go into the polished area and they disappear. Despite, oh man, look at all these defects. It's really bad. Those are etched into the paint. There's nothing I can do about that. But it's improving the quality. See, here we have some haziness and some light swirls and clarity. So paint enhancements, that's what we're going for. Not much we can do to try to make it look perfect. We're going to improve the paint, enhance it, and then protect it. So yeah, for vehicles like this, we'll coat them if the customer agrees to it and if they want that. We give what the customer wants to a reasonable degree. I always communicate with them and make sure and explain to them what's going on and the issues. And if they give us the go-ahead, they give us the green light, then we go ahead and we do our work as planned. All right, so I'm going to polish the rest of this hood. I'll probably show a little bit of 50/50s and some before and afters as we go around, and we'll get this thing coated. But man, already the headlights made such a huge improvement on this vehicle. So check this out, guys. We just opened a new bottle of C4 from G-Technic, and for some reason the bottle kind of like exploded. So we lost a little bit. This is a brand new bottle, so it kind of, yeah, crusted all around the edge that we can't even get that off. So we cleaned the tip as much as possible, but check this out. Inside here, this is all crusted around the bottle, the crystallized coating. Isn't that crazy? That's what this stuff looks like. So it crystallizes when it hits the oxygen and, you know, hits the air and cures. Wow, this stuff is actually, it's like little shards of glass. Pretty crazy. Listening to this clown. Alexa, continue music. The Outback is done. Man, does it look good. Despite its imperfections, which we're not going to focus on, yeah, it looks incredible. This trim was very thirsty. It soaked up a ton of our G-Technic C4. I got to get more because we used up like 1.5 bottles. So, yeah, but it looks amazing. It is dark and rich now. Check out the paint. It looks so good, so glossy. The pillars are weird. They're not plastic and they're not super gloss black. They're like a weird in-between funky material. So we just had to hand polish it and coat it. We couldn't get it any better than that. I don't know what they use on it. It's kind of weird. Same with this. This material is not like your textured plastic. It's a weird grabby material, so we couldn't coat it. Can't do anything to it. So just leave it alone. But the rest of the trim and the paint looks phenomenal. Even the cowl here, we had to treat it twice, but it looks amazing. Windshield is polished and coated. Headlights are looking amazing. Yeah, this thing is looking great. Ready to go. So the Outback is going to sit overnight. It's going to cure. Everything will be good to go tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have some sun and we'll pull it out into the sun and get some sun shots. But I have to say, this thing is looking incredible. Very, very happy with the outcome. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you are interested in any of the tools, the products that we used in today's detail, then check out the links in the description down below. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. And don't forget to subscribe and click that bell so you don't miss stuff. We'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great week. Take care.